Sir Creek, just 96 kilometers of twisting water, mud and salt. But today, this narrow stretch could decide peace or confrontation between two nuclear-armed nations. After Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's warning to Pakistan, the Pakistan Navy has responded, not with words, but with action. I'm Makhdoom Shahabuddin, and tonight on Trending Daily, we're decoding the rising tensions between Pakistan and India, from Sir Creek to the Arabian Sea, where both navies are now in a live firing posture. The next flashpoint may not be on the mountains, it might come from the sea. Ladies and gentlemen, India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, in an aggressive statement, claimed that Sir Creek was non-negotiable Indian territory and warned Pakistan against provocations. Within days, India expanded naval movements, activated surveillance drones and announced military drills near the Gujarat coast. The intent was clear: to signal dominance and pressure Pakistan on one of the most sensitive and disputed borders in South Asia. But Pakistan didn't respond with rhetoric. Admiral Naveed Ashraf, Chief of Naval Staff, visited forward posts in the Creek area, reviewed combat readiness, and inducted 3 state-of-the-art 2400 TD hovercrafts into the Pakistan Marines. These hovercrafts can glide over shallow water, marsh, and sand dunes, operating where traditional vessels can't. It's a game changer and a clear statement that Pakistan's defense of its maritime frontiers is not symbolic. It's operational. The naval chief's words were firm and unambiguous. We know how to defend our sovereignty and every inch of our maritime frontiers, from Sir Creek to Jiwani. That's not a message. That's deterrence in motion. But the question is why Sir Creek matters. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Creek, a 96-kilometer tidal estuary between Sindh and Gujarat, is not just a line on the map. It's a test of sovereignty. Control over this narrow stretch determines thousands of square kilometers of Pakistan's rightful maritime zone, including rich fishing grounds, potential offshore oil and gas reserves, and vital exclusive economic zones in the Arabian Sea. Historically, Pakistan's stance is grounded in fact and in law. The 1914 Bombay government resolution, issued long before the partition, clearly placed the boundary on the eastern bank of the creek, a position marked by the green line. That document was official, binding, and recognized administrative reality for decades. India, however, has since tried to distort that record, invoking the Thalwag principle, which applies only to navigable rivers, not tidal creeks like this one. The Sir Creek is shallow, marshy, and often dries up. It was never navigable by international standards. So India's claim doesn't just lack merit, it's a deliberate attempt to shift the boundary westward and capture Pakistan's rightful waters. This isn't about geography anymore. It's about truth, legality, and sovereignty. And on all 3 counts, Pakistan stands on the right side of history. Ladies and gentlemen, India has militarized this region for over the years, deploying Coast Guard units, radar stations, drones, and the Creek Crocodile Commandos. Large-scale war games like Exercise Trishul have been staged right next to the disputed boundary. Pakistan views this as intimidation, and in response has upgraded its own capabilities: hovercraft fleets, maritime assault units, surveillance radars, and air patrolling. Right now, both India and Pakistan have issued notice to airmen and notice to Marines for live fire exercises in the Arabian Sea. This means both navies are on high operational alert. The sea is quiet, but it's watching. And while these developments are unfolding at sea, on land, people are watching too. with mixed emotions. Some feel proud of Pakistan's readiness. Others worry that India's rising rhetoric might pull the region toward another dangerous confrontation. Let's go to the public pulse and see what Pakistanis are thinking.
सिर्फ बातें करते हैं क्योंकि वो दोबारा ना लड़ाई कर सकता है, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान फौज ने उसको बहुत अच्छा जवाब दिया. उसको जो राइफल तैयारा था पांचों के पांचों गिरा दिया, लेकिन जब पाकिस्तान ने एक हमला कर दिया तो वो सलेंडर हो गया. ट्रंप ने उसको कॉल किया कि आप ये जंग ख़त्म कर दो, उसने 1 मिनट में ख़त्म कर दिया. क्योंकि अभी उसका ये वतीरा रहा है कि हम ये करेंगे वो करेंगे, लेकिन वो कुछ नहीं कर सकता है, क्योंकि उसका ये सिस्टम इसी तरह चलता रहेगा, धमकी देगा, कुछ नहीं करेगा. क्योंकि वो प्रेशराइज कर रहा है कि ये हो जाएगा, लेकिन वो कुछ नहीं कर सकता है, क्योंकि उसके तैयारी आपने देखे सारे गिर गए. किसी
ना तो वो ऐसा कुछ करेंगे ना वो कर सकते हैं. गीदड़ भक्तियों से ना तो कुछ हो सकता है. हमारे लोगों ने उनके जो ड्रोन हैं वो गुलेलों से उड़ाए हैं, ठीक है ना, पकड़ पकड़ के फेंके हैं. ये क्या कर सकते हैं. हमारी आवाम फ़ौज बहुत बड़ी है, बहुत बड़ी, अल्लाह का करम है, फ़ौज बहुत बड़ी है. हमारे नौजवान जो ऐसे क्रिकेट ग्राउंड में, फुटबॉल ग्राउंड में कोई कुछ कर रहा है, कोई कुछ कर रहा है, जो खेती बाड़ी कर रहा है, ये सब पकड़ पकड़ कर उसको ऐसे मारेंगे. उनकी सोच है वो भले आबादी के लिहाज से जितना मर्जी बड़ा मुल्क हो जाए ना, उसमें ईमान की ताकत सबसे बड़ी है.
बात ये है कि जो लास्ट इंडिया के जो एक्शन था उसके बाद उसको काफ़ी सबक सीखने की ज़रूरत थी, लेकिन ऐसा अगर वो अपनी हरदर्मी से बाज नहीं आ रहा है तो एक और सही, उसमें जो है हमारी पाक अफवाज जो है ना बिल्कुल तमाम जो भी मुमकिन ख़तरात है उससे निपटने के लिए हम वक्त तैयार है. और मैं नहीं समझता कि जो ना कोई बड़ी फ़ौज की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी. ये हाइब्रिड वार है जो ना इंशाल्लाह जो हमारी सबकत बरकरार रहेगी उस पर इंशाल्लाह. पाकिस्तान का जो है ना डू और डाई वाला किस्सा होगा इस दफ़ा इंशाल्लाह जो ना. और मेरे ख़्याल में जो चीज़ इंडिया सोच रहा है शायद वो जो है ना एक्शन जो वो लेने जा रहा है, शायद इस दफ़ा जो हमारा एक्शन होगा उसमें बहुत कुछ उसको गंवाना पड़ेगा उसको.
देखिए, पाकिस्तान एज अ स्टेट हमें ये समझना होगा, हर इंडिविजुअल को, हर इकाई को, कि इंडिया जो है वो आपका डे वन से एक फॉर्मिडेबल और एक आर्च राइवल है. और वो इस खित्ते में ये कोशिश करेगा कि वो अपनी बालादस्ती, अपनी हिजमनी जो है वो कायम करे. और उस हिजमनी की आड़ में जो सबसे बड़ा बैरियर है, जो सबसे बड़ी हिंड्रेंस है उसके लिए, वो पाकिस्तान है. और ज़ाहिर सी बात है, इंटरनेशनल कम्युनिटी जहाँ बहुत बड़े प्लेयर्स हैं वो इंडिया की बजाय पाकिस्तान को जोग्राफिकली इम्पोर्टेंस देते हैं.
Welcome back to the studios. Beyond borders, Sir Creek is also one of the Asia's richest fishing zones, where poor fishermen from both countries often cross invisible lines and end up in jail. That's the human side of this geopolitical fault line. Ordinary people paying the price for unresolved colonial boundaries. And now, with armed patrols, drones and surveillance radars active on both sides, the potential for miscalculation has never been higher. Ladies and gentlemen, the induction of hovercrafts and modernization of Pakistan's coastal command have transformed maritime defense into active deterrence. It's no longer about waiting for an intrusion. It's about preventing one before it even happens. From Sir Creek to Jiwani, Pakistan's Navy has drawn a clear line. Sovereignty is not to be tested. Admiral Naveed Ashraf put it simply: the Navy stands ready from the shores to the sea. With both sides armed and alert, the question is, who will blink first? Because in a nuclear region, a misinterpreted radar signal can trigger a chain of events that neither side intends. Sir Creek, once a forgotten estuary, has once again become the front line of fragile peace. From the marshes of Sir Creek to the depths of the Arabian Sea, Pakistan's resolve stands firm, prepared, professional and peaceful, but never passive. This is Makhdoom Shahabuddin signing off. Stay aware, stay strong, and remember, sovereignty is not negotiable.